Today we are learning about area of circles. Okay, area is found on your circles. Area equals pi times the radius squared. Okay, and just a reminder, diameter is found by taking 2 times the radius. Okay, and if you need to find the radius, it is found by taking diameter divided by 2 equals that radius. You can also do 1/2 that diameter equals radius. Okay, either one of those will work. Okay, now let's take a look. Find the area of a circle. Use 3.14 for pi. Round to the nearest hundredth. So we are asked to round here. Okay, our radius is halfway across the circle, so that is given to us. So if area equals pi times that radius squared, that means we're doing area equals 3.14 times 5.3 squared. Okay, and in your calculator, you're going to do 5.3 squared times 3.14, and that gives you an area of approximately 88.20 because it's 2026. It says to the nearest hundredth, that's the second place value, but that 2 that's after it tells the 0 to stay the same. Okay, and that's going to be in centimeters. Okay, centimeters, and that's actually centimeters squared because we're talking about area is 2-dimensional. Okay, let's try one more that is exactly like that. Find the area of the circle, use 3.14. So they give us 8.8 as our radius. So area equals pi times 8.8 squared, because 8.8 is our radius squared. So I have 8.8 squared times 3.14, and that gives us an area of approximately 243.16 feet squared. Okay. Now, if it was asking for the exact area of these, I would just do this first part here, the 5.3 squared, and that would give me area equals 28.09 pi centimeters squared. So you would not multiply out by that pi if they want an exact answer. Okay, but this problem is asking you to round, so these would be the correct answers. And then in this one, you would just do the 8.8 or 8 and 8/10 squared, and that would mean area is exactly equal to 77.44 pi feet squared. Okay, so you would just leave that pi and not multiply by that 3.14. Okay, but again, it asks you to round, so you do it that way. Okay, those next couple you can try on your own if you would like. Now, number 6 down here, notice it gives you the distance across the entire figure here, which means it's giving you the diameter. Okay, now our formula for area is pi times the radius squared. So before you can use this formula, we have to first find radius. Okay, and again, I wrote it at the top, we take 1/2 of the diameter in order to find that radius. So we're going to divide it by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3, which means my radius is 3. So area equals pi times 3 squared. Okay, and 3 squared is 9. So I have area is exactly equal to 9 pi, but this asks me to round. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply 9 times 3.14, and that is going to give me area is approximately equal to 28.26 centimeters squared. Let's try one more just like it. What is the area of the top of the cake? Use 3.14 for pi. So again, we are rounding. Now, they give you the entire distance. So again, they're giving you diameter. We need to find radius. Radius is half of the diameter. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. So area equals pi times 5 squared. So area is 25 pi. Okay, and then 25 times 3.14 is 78.5. And because it asks us to net round in the nearest hundredths, I'm going to add a 0 after. So A is approximately equal to 78.50 inches squared. Okay. All right, and you can try those next couple on your own if you would like. Okay, and then last type of problem we're going to look at, that is a semicircle. So Valeria has a semicircle window installed. What is the area of the window? Okay, now a semicircle is half of a full circle. So in order to find the semicircle, we're going to need to take the area of the full circle and divide it by 2. Okay, all right, the full circle divided by 2. So um, area is pi times radius squared. So area of your semicircle is going to be still that same pi times radius squared, but we're going to divide it by 2 again, like I talked about here at the beginning. Okay, so area equals pi times 36 squared divided by 2. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply this out. 36 squared times 3.14. Okay, and then divide that by 2, and I'm going to get area is approximately equal to, again, it says round, so we have 2034.72 centimeters squared. Again, area is two-dimensional, so it's centimeters squared. Okay, let's try one more just like it. Aaliyah created an art project showing the moon is as a semicircle. What is the area of the moon? Use 3.14 for pi, round to the nearest hundredth if necessary. So they give us radius. So again, area equals pi times the radius squared, again divided by 2 because we're talking about semicircles. So area equals pi times 9.5 squared divided by 2. So 9.5 squared is 90.25 pi. And then again, dividing that by 2. So I'm going to multiply by 3.14. And that's going to give me the area equals, I'm showing it in all the steps this time. That way you can see each of the pieces along the way. All right, and I'm not going to round here yet until the very end. Okay, my next step, I'm going to divide by 2. Okay, and then I will only round at the very end, 141.6925. And this 2 tells that 9 to stay the same. So area is approximately equal to 141.69 inches squared. Okay. So this again shows all of the steps. You can type this whole thing in to your calculator in one step, but make sure you fully enter it properly or you're going to get incorrect answers. Okay, and you can try 13 and 14 on your own if you would like.